All right, today I want to answer a pretty common question that comes into my inbox, but you know what? It's a really nice day outside. You guys want to go somewhere? Let's go. All right, so like I was saying, I want to take a few minutes to answer a common question that pops up in my DMs and my inbox on a pretty regular basis. And the question is, if you dress well, does that also mean that you're boring? And that's a pretty good question. There's a couple different angles of attack we can take here to unpack this. But first, let me elaborate a little bit, because the question is usually followed up by additional comments about how to show your individual personality. And that's awesome, right? And I'm totally on board with being able to express yourself with what you wear. And I talk all the time about stepping outside your comfort zone and trying new things so that you can discover new ways to express yourself even more. And on this channel, I give a lot of visual suggestions in an effort to help provide, I guess, a starting point and offer inspiration so that you can start dressing better and improve your own personal style. Because eventually that's the goal, right? For you to develop your own personal style. But I guess along the way, I totally get where it can feel like you just kind of wear the same old brown shoes all the time, or the same dress shirts with the same colored chinos, and it might start to feel like you're just a robot going along with what everybody else is doing. But here's the thing. So when you're finding your way, or even if you have a pretty good handle on style already, it's totally okay and normal to sort of copy someone else that you like and use them as inspiration. And Instagram is a great example, because you can follow different fashion dudes and then take inspiration from what they wear. And I do the same thing all the time. Like, I'll see somebody that I follow wearing something like a really wide striped short sleeve shirt, for example, and I wonder if I can pull that off. Now, I might not necessarily like the way that they styled it with the pants that he's wearing, but I could totally picture it with like some light gray chinos that I already have in my closet. Another thing to consider is that a lot of the pieces that I recommend are pretty simple basics. And this is for very good reason, because basics are classic, timeless, easy to wear, and also age appropriate. So that striped shirt that I just mentioned, yeah, like that thing is going to be out of style by the end of the season, but the solid blue version, or the one with the small subtle pattern, that's going to be good to go for many years. Even though classic basics might appear boring, they're absolutely not. However, if you're bored with those items, maybe it's time for you to bring in some bolder color pieces or some stronger patterns that appeal to you and your individual personality. So let me just say that clothes don't make the man, because if you're boring by nature and you lack motivation and energy, I mean, first of all, maybe you need to go see your doctor and have your T levels checked, but you're the only one who is ultimately responsible for your individual well-being and happiness. That doesn't come from anyone else. I mean, we all get bored, but go spend some time outside or go do some things by yourself. And I've made videos about this where I'm asking you to try new things and different activities and seeing new sights. Try going to a new coffee shop, or drive the scenic route to work, or compliment random strangers. The point is, try doing some new things to become less bored. Listen, being well dressed does not mean that you're boring. Being well dressed does not mean that you're shallow. It doesn't mean that you're wearing a costume either and misrepresenting yourself as someone who you're not. It also doesn't mean that you're trying to impress other people, right? If you're watching this video, you're smart enough to know who you are and what you like. And I've got no problem with any of that. But if you're bored with your clothes, stay curious and try new things. Keep watching videos like this to get different ideas and different perspectives. Okay, listen, clothes don't make you boring. You do, and you're not boring. How do I know? Because you're here and you're awesome, and I love you guys. So until next time, live well, my friends, and I'll see you in the next one.